Hello, hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the 2021 forecast for Scorpio for both love and career. How are you all doing? I hope you're really well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for all your support, all your likes, comments, and subscribes to the channel already. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. So I'm going to start by getting some messages, general messages for you, Scorpio. We'll see what comes out. And then we'll go into a full spread for you for both love and career for 2021. Oh, hello. Okay, I'll just bear that in mind. I haven't actually asked anything yet, but that was the Page of Pentacles flipping. So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Let's get some general messages first for Scorpio, please. For the Scorpio viewers, get some general messages, please. For Scorpio, thank you. Oh yeah, definitely some communication coming in. Things could start picking up speed. Let's see, can we get a couple more please for Scorpio? Thank you. Okay, all right, that's a lot, but we'll take it. Let's see what's going on. All right, so very interesting. So Scorpio, we have the Eight of Wands. So as I said, that's communication, can be an indication of things starting to pick up pace in some area of your life. Some back and forth messages. It's often quite passionate or enthusiastic or exciting, or kind of wanting to, it can be about shooting arrows of love at you potentially, or you may be feeling that way about someone else. So communication definitely picking up. Then we have this Two of Pentacles, which is weighing up the pros and cons, possibly trying to keep yourself balanced if things get a bit hectic. Things could get, be picking up speed and you're trying to remain balanced in all areas of your life. But with this Three of Wands, you may have been waiting on this communication for a while, potentially. Or it could just be indicating that you've been waiting for some, kind of like your ships to come in. For some momentum, some movement in your life, or just been like looking off to the future and your future and wondering what you want to see there. Now, interestingly, we had these two kind of come out together. So we have the Queen of Cups, which is your energy, Scorpio. It's water energy, so could also refer to Cancer and Pisces, but for me here, this is representing you. And it came out with the Justice card. It's a card of Libra. But to me, that is specifically talking about someone wanting to make things right with you, that there may have been some injustice done, or if it could have even been something like a legal matter that you might have been dealing with, which, I mean, with the Justice coming out with you like this, I feel that actually you're going to be getting some justice in some area of your life in 2021. Maybe something that has been out of balance potentially there'll be some more fairness, some more balance brought in. So it's looking pretty good. Maybe if you've been waiting to hear on the results of some sort of legal situation, it'll be coming and possibly in your favour. So let's get some more messages for you, Scorpio. So can we get some more for Scorpio, please? For 2000, oh, thank you. Can we get a couple more for Scorpio? A couple more for Scorpio, please. Lovely. Maybe one more. That was just landing precariously close to the candle, but okay. One more, please, for Scorpio. All right, thank you so much. Interesting, let's see. Very good. Wow, what a combination. So we had the Six of Swords come up first, and that actually kind of landed around this Queen of Cups Justice area. So this may have been something that you've been trying to move on from. And I feel like you will actually be moving on to more peaceful waters in 2021, maybe leaving some sort of drama or choppy, turbulent times behind you. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles come out, which is very positive. This could be talking about some sort of long-term commitment, connection, and having a beautiful home together and full of abundance and watching your kids grow up and that kind of thing. You could also, I'm getting a sense of be maybe successful in some sort of, as I said, legal matter, whether that's some sort of court settlement or something like a contract, where there could be actually some great monetary success for you. So the next card was the Four of Swords. Now this is exactly what I was saying about possibly you've been waiting for communication. This Four of Swords is telling me that someone has maybe been holding back from speaking to you, or maybe you have been about this with somebody else. Obviously, throughout the reading, just reverse the roles. The energy is fluid, so that's no problem. Whatever resonates more for you. But yeah, I get a sense that someone's been holding back with communication. Maybe they thought they couldn't say anything right now without it causing chaos. Maybe you've someone has even been moving away from a marriage, or this is talking about some sort of divorce proceedings, or it doesn't have to be. That's not going to be for everyone. Maybe even someone's been moving away from that anyway and didn't feel they could actually communicate with someone until that was kind of more sorted, to avoid there being more chaos in the matter. I have to apologise now. I went ahead and sorted a microphone for these readings so that I was a bit clearer, and then today I've just got a little bit of a cold. Don't worry, I'm not a zombie. I've just got a bit of a bunged up nose, so I apologise for the sound of my voice. So let's get into it, Scorpio. That was just some general messages at the beginning, and let's go into a spread. I'm going to be doing one line for love and another for career, so we can really see things in detail for you, and splitting it 3 months at a time through the year. And I'll be getting you some advice as well. So we'll get the top 10 cards for the spread for Scorpio, please, for love and career in 2021. For Scorpio 2021, love and career, with the top 10 cards, please. Scorpio, please. Okay, yep, okay. So for Scorpio in love, January to March. Okay, April to June. Whoosh. July to September. Interesting. October to December. Ooh, there you go. And the overall advice. Aha, wow. So in work, January to March, April to June, July to September, okay, October to December, and your overall advice for career. That's interesting indeed. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. So this is Capricorn energy. So this can talk about, feeling a bit crushed, weighed down, maybe feeling like you can't achieve something perhaps, or this can talk about you giving in to temptations that are quite destructive, because they're kind of bad habits or vices, certainly. Maybe things that we're not especially proud of, but we just can't help getting ourselves involved with, that kind of thing. So this could be how you're feeling, or something that you have to be careful with in the coming year, or maybe even something you've been dealing with in somebody else already, that kind of toxic tendencies. So interestingly, behind that we have the Three of Pentacles. This is certainly working with others, friends, family, teammates at work, and building a plan. This one particular for me is about that. So it's getting the advice of others, strategizing, and working on an idea, building on something together, and certainly getting advice on what to do, and kind of showing someone, this is what I was thinking, do you think that's a good idea? You know what advice means. Okay, so behind that we have the Queen of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is someone, it's interesting, as we have the King of Wands on the table here for you in love in the middle of the year. So you could be looking at here that you are really giving off this magnetic, confident, attractive energy, perhaps as the year goes on, maybe closer to the middle of the year possibly. You're really regaining your power, your self-confidence, kind of getting back into your groove. You're looking amazing. You might be catching the attention of others. The Queen of Wands always attracts quite a bit of attention, because she's giving off that sexy confidence. So maybe there will be people, maybe even asking advice on how to approach Scorpio or that kind of thing. This devil could also be talking about actually temptation or lusty desires with this kind of passionate Queen of Wands energy. So at the bottom of the deck, interestingly, we have Seven of Swords, which is talking about some sort of deception or something that's a little bit dishonest, not quite being completely clear with you about something or other. Kind of, what I get with this particular Seven of Swords is that they haven't so much as lied to you as just like a lie of omission. Like they just haven't mentioned something. And funnily enough, I say that and then I noticed that we have the moon next. So that is Pisces energy, but it can be worried about what's hidden. So you could be having that feeling about someone, or you could have found out already someone you were dealing with was hiding something from you, and now you don't have so much trust in them. There's some confusion here about what. Oh my gosh. Then the High Priestess after that. If there was a more of a stronger combination of 3 cards suggesting secrets and things being kept hidden, I don't know what it is. This is definitely talking about secrets, not being completely forthcoming with the truth. As I said, not so much perhaps lying as just leaving some information out. So it's interesting, definitely would advise caution. Obviously you'll know if this is you, what you've been doing, but if this isn't, then I would advise caution with someone not being completely clear with you. We'll get far more information yet though. They may have perhaps some vices or something that, some bad habits perhaps with that Devil card. Let's get your next layer right away and then I'll go through everything. So I'm going to get the top 10 cards to clarify for Scorpio, please. Can we clarify what is already laid out with the top 10 cards for Scorpio? Please clarify for Scorpio in love and career 2021. Oh, okay. 2 of Wands just flipped out there for you, Scorpio, which can be about needing to make a decision or a crossroads moment in life. Possibly even moving. Let's see. Get the top 10 for Scorpio. Okay. Got told to stop. Okay, in love, January to March. Oh, April to June. July to September. There's that Devil again. October to December. Wow, amazing. Very good. Picks up. Love life picks up by the end of the year. Overall advice. Oh, there's that 2 of Wands that flipped out. Interesting. And in work, January to March. Great. April to June. July to September. October to December. Ooh, Scorpio. And your overall advice in work. Okay. Your advice is absolutely amazing, so I need to get more information here. Wow. So we've got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of this deck, and it's here in your advice in love for the year as well. So this is definitely talking about truth possibly being spoken, a moment of clarity, some sort of something being illuminated, getting like a flash of inspiration sometimes on how to deal with maybe an ongoing problem that you've faced, and now you're getting some kind of new epiphany moment of how to deal with it. But it is also certainly about a truth being made clear. So interesting because of what we saw at the bottom of the deck before. So let's see. Oh, Scorpio. Underneath that, why did I feel I was like, I just need to check that this isn't right underneath. Yeah, 7 of Swords is here again. So it looks like you may have been dealing with someone, this may have already happened, certainly, before you head into 2021, where someone was deceiving you in some way, trying to pull the wool over your eyes, just not being completely honest, feeling like they were quite clever as well with this particular 7 of Swords. Like they think they're very smart, but whoever, whether this has happened or not yet, the truth will always, arise. What's done in the dark comes to light and all that kind of thing. Absolutely. So there is you're finding out the truth about someone who wasn't completely honest with you in some way. Interesting. So behind that we have the Knight of Wands. This is more fire energy. It is more passion, more attraction, more desire, and not really holding back, not being very cautious. So you could have been dealing with someone who possibly, or this might obviously be playing out this year, who's kind of all about the physical, very passionate, very physically attractive themselves, possibly. Again, that kind of lusty element. I was going with the Devil over here, and that Queen of Wands. And but just kind of perhaps their toxic element to them is that they rush in, and then this combination, they rush back out again, and they're not being completely honest with you, perhaps in their intentions. Maybe that's it. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands again. Huge repetition already, Scorpio. So I've already talked about her, but it is a very, I feel like this person was just drawn to you, by so physically attracted to you. I mean, Scorpios are generally sexy as hell, so I'm not surprised. But this, she's a very fiery lady. She's, maybe a little bit tempestuous, like she's got a quick temper sometimes. But she doesn't mess about. Like, she goes after what she wants. She's very passionate about what she loves as well. She loves passionately. I've just got to say. The Three of Wands here, which we saw at the beginning messages, is talking about going after what you want in your future. Now, I'm just reminded that we had that kind of Eight of Wands, the messages coming in. So if you have been waiting for someone and then they suddenly rush in this year, Scorpio, I would just say proceed with caution because of what we've seen so far. But anyway, this Three of Wands is going after what you want, being very determined to take every step necessary to have the future that you want. And Six of Wands, all wands, passion. I mean, and action and excitement. The Six of Wands is certainly about, again, getting attention, I have to say. And now this could be someone wanting to get your attention, or someone who loves attention themselves. It is also about having your value recognized. I feel, as I said, like you're looking really hot in 2021, to put it bluntly, and people are like magnetically attracted to you from your confidence. Like you're having some sort of victory, maybe through a time of conflict, which I can see in your love progression as well. So yeah, you're really going after what you want with this Queen of Wands and Three of Wands, getting recognized for your value. Just be careful about who you're attracting in, I would say. So let's go through it. In love, Scorpio, January to March. It's an interesting combination because we have this Five of Pentacles feeling very like left out in the cold, ignored, unappreciated, like neglected kind of feeling. And then the Empress. Now the Empress is beauty and love, and this may be coming in if you're starting the year feeling very isolated and alone. There could be some sort of love and beauty or even abundance coming in, which is going to, it's also, even though it's more of like a star card thing as in terms of healing, for me the Empress card here is quite a healing energy as well. It's like a very caring mother, like Mother Nature perhaps, even like just really offering some support in cold, hard times. So you could have someone who's looking after you, I want to say, at the beginning of the year. Maybe this is odd, it just popped into my head, but even if you've gone through some sort of breakup and you've had to move back home or go and stay at home for a bit, whilst we're all working from home and that kind of thing, and maybe your mum is potentially looking after you, to kind of, and that may very much be helping. Also, otherwise, if it's not that, I have to say this Five of Pentacles is depicting a lady specifically carrying a child. So if for those of you that this applies to, maybe if you're feeling a bit unappreciated in love, but you're going to be focused very much on being a very caring and loving mother to your kids. So in April, May to June, Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky time, I have to say, when it comes to love. So, someone may be wanting to communicate with you again. They may be wanting to potentially to fight for the connection. I'm getting a sense of not someone hasn't given up fighting about this or for this, one of the two. And I think, or someone here is embodying the Queen of Swords energy, which is far more, I'm done, this is over, like cold, detached, trying not to get yourself involved. You know everything you need to know about this person, whoever this is, at this point, and you've kind of drawn a line under it. It's a sad, sorrowful wisdom, but it's wisdom that you've recognized, you've accepted, and you're like, well, this is over. But with this five of wands, now this could be arguments here that are leading you to feel like that about whoever this is at the time. But I'm getting kind of that actually it could be someone else being like, no, I'm not done. I still want to fight for this. So there could be some tricky argument kind of energy at some point in those months for you. So in July, August and September, then we have the King of Wands, more fire energy. Definitely could be dealing with an Aries, Leo or Sag this year, Scorpio. And then the Devil, again Capricorn energy, but I won't speak too much about the Devil because we've already had him once. But this Devil for me is actually it's the most fiery Devil, if you like, in terms of the element, because it's quite destructive. Now, what I'm seeing here is that someone is very charming, very attractive, very maybe physically attractive, maybe very passionate. Maybe the passion is off the charts between the two of you, and it's also like a great temptation to get drawn in to this, dealing with this character. They are very charming. They also go after what they want, very enigmatic. But the caution here is that, whilst you're transfixed and you don't realize the chaos that it's actually causing for you. Now, that doesn't have to be literal chaos. It could be more like throwing your emotions into chaos. That might be where you need to be careful with that Two of Pentacles that we saw at the beginning. If all this passion and excitement is happening, you may need to be careful that it's not actually throwing you off balance, all this fiery passion. So at the end of the year, Scorpio, so October, November, December, look at this. This is far more stable. We have the Lovers in your love life at this time of year and the Ace of Pentacles. I still think you could be dealing with a fire sign, to be honest, because I feel like this is kind of you here, Scorpio, like the water element, and you could be dealing with a fire sign and you two kind of balance each other out very well in that kind of yin-yang element. But this Ace of Pentacles is a solid offer. It's actually something quite reliable. It's a seed for a whole new beginning. Now, this could be also someone different to what you've been dealing with the rest of the year, absolutely. Even could be different to that King of Wands, we'll see. But it is something, it's a stable offer, possibly for commitment, maybe to take the relationship to the next level. But something certainly starts for you, and it's, in terms of a connection, is a really strong bond between the two of you in both mind and heart with the Lovers there. So overall advice is interesting when it comes to your love life. We have the Ace of Swords again and the Two of Wands. So I feel like maybe a truth is being made clear to you at some point this year. Maybe someone who is not being completely open and fully honest. And definitely listen to your gut, I think, because you will know if there is someone you feel like they're keeping things hidden from you. But with this Ace of Swords, I feel like when that truth comes out or is illuminated, you're going to be at a big crossroads moment, and you're going to really have to decide where you go with this. And it's off of the back of when that moment of truth, the moment of clarity even happens. So in work, January to March, very positive. We have the Temperance and the Sun card. So card of Sagittarius and, the Sun, it can be card of Leo. So lots of more fire. But apart from that, the Temperance card is kind of going with the flow. No impulsive moves. It can be about like regaining certainly your balance as well with the Temperance card. So, but it's also about patience and allowing things. It's alchemy as well, to be fair, with the Temperance card. So it's kind of that sense of bringing maybe different aspects of your work together, or blending elements that you work with and making some sort of success from that. It's a tricky message. The Sun card, it's excellent. Some readers say it's the best card in the deck, best energy. It is super positive, lucky, successful, victorious. Really here, I feel like, again, getting recognized for your value, because it's this very kind of almost like standing alone and being appreciated, your moment in the sun. And kind of really, this warmth coming in, and you're flourishing. So definitely you're kind of bringing things together, different elements in your work. You're going with the flow at the same time, but it's all going really well for you in work at the beginning of the year. So April, May and June is a bit trickier, I would say, in work, and also I can see in love life as well. So a bit of a trickier time of the year for you, Scorpio. The Seven of Wands is definitely being on the defensive, maybe really standing up for your ideas, or potentially having to fight off other people who are, I don't know, vying for your job. Goodness knows these days. So it could be something like that. And with this Nine of Swords, this is definitely a lot of anxious worry about the decisions that you've made or that you might have to make. So it looks like a bit of a worrying time here, but you're certainly going to be standing your ground in some way or another. It could just be quite stressful as a result. In July, August and September in work, you may need to take some time out, or try and hold back on communication a bit. We have the Four and Five of Swords. It's an interesting combination, I have to say, because this Five of Swords to me is talking about really being very harsh, someone being very harsh with their words, and wanting to win an argument or some sort of win a situation, or a debate or something at all costs, and being very cutting in the process and causing a lot of upset. So it's interesting the way the Four to the Five of Swords progresses here. So I would see a couple of things. Either this is you because someone has been very harsh in their communication with you in your career or your workplace, and now you're kind of gone a little bit quiet, gone to get a little bit internalized with your thoughts, because you don't really want to speak at the moment. Maybe you feel a bit hurt, a bit wounded, maybe your ideas got shot down or something at this time, and you're taking a moment to kind of recuperate. So that could be one thing. Or also it could be suggesting that maybe you need to be careful with your words here, Scorpio, and hold back rather than saying that very harsh thing, which is going to cause more communication issues. In October to December, we'll get some more clarification yet, but you're looking like you're feeling quite regretful or facing some disappointments in work or career at this time, kind of focused on the things that have gone wrong. And so you may have had some sort of difficult decision to make earlier in the year, and that may involve saying something to someone that they're going to be very upset about. It could even be like having to let somebody go in the company if you're in a position to do something like that. I don't know, but just a potential as a storyline I'm seeing. And maybe at the end of the year you're quite disappointed or regretful about what you've had to do. Otherwise, there is just a bit of a shocking moment coming in work and career, and it may feel like what you've been working on is kind of obliterated, or crumbles, and so you're really really sad at this time, or really worried and upset about what's going on. I'm really sorry, it's such a harsh message, but I have to just tell you what is here. Hopefully we will get another layer of clarification. Hopefully there'll be some more information here, but obviously knowing that this might occur, hopefully it doesn't. But if it does, maybe it gives you, is it at the end of next year, so it gives you quite a lot of time to bear this in mind, and maybe even plan, for a rainy day or anything, just in case. But hopefully it's not your story. That could be something else as well. So I definitely want to get more information, because your overall advice for your career is the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, which is extremely positive. This is, the utmost of happiness and fulfillment with the Ten of Cups, and when we're looking at work, this is money is looking really good with the Ten of Pentacles. This is a huge achievement here as well, both of these together. So I want to get some more clarification. It could even be saying that, you know, if things are going a bit hectic in your work life this year, or things do fall apart, then you may be able to even rely on your loved ones, or, you know, your family here potentially to, and again, this is representing family, will be able to look after you, or, you know, support you and provide a lot of kindness and happiness to you, so you will still be able to manage. Let's get your third layer before I say much more, so we can hopefully get some more clarification. So for Scorpio, please, can we clarify one more time with the top 10 cards for Scorpio in love and career? Please clarify what's already laid out. With the top 10 cards. Top 10 cards for Scorpio, please. Oh, and also I just have to say, this is a general 2021 forecast, so of course it's not going to resonate with every Scorpio out there. So you may also just resonate with just the love reading, or just the career, or both, or neither. So just bear that in mind. You can always check out your other placements as well. You might want to do that anyway, just to get some more information. But please do leave me a comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you did. And you could always check back as the year goes on, because maybe we won't know if this is going to completely resonate yet, and as it's a forecast, but leave me a comment and let me know if it does. I'd love to hear that. Okay, so for Scorpio, please. Okay, so in love, January to March. Ooh, okay, interesting. April to June. Yeah. Oh, I've just realised we've got the King and Queen of Swords there together on the same pile. Okay, so July to September, October to December, amazing. And your overall advice in love, wow. Oh, 10 of Cups again, you got that in both love and career. So yeah, maybe that really will be the saving grace if career is a bit tricky this year. So let's see. Work, January to March. Oh, okay. April to June, July to September, okay, and October to December. Oh, wow, Scorpio, huge transformation in your career at the end of the year, okay, and overall advice. Lovers for your career, so maybe that is exactly what I was saying. Interesting. All right, bottom of the deck this time we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is considering some sort of offer. It may be something almost that you were offered in the past and maybe you didn't give it your full attention before, so now you're still kind of looking back at it and still having some curiosity about whether that was a golden opportunity of some sort. Interesting. So could go either way here about what that is relating to, because in terms of love or career, because we've got the Four of Wands behind that, and this is a card often of like celebration for sure. It can be something that you are wondering, even was that where I was meant to be, like who I was supposed to be with, or that kind of thing. It can talk about marriage for sure, or just some sort of fated situation or connection. And oh wow, okay, so it's about love. We've got the Princess of Chalices behind that, which is the Knight of Cups. So this is actually your feelings, or someone's feelings, growing here, picking up speed, and then not being able to hold back from expressing it. It's quite different to the traditional Rider-Waite Knight of Cups, who's kind of standing still. This dragon that she's riding is really suddenly rushing through the water, determined to deliver that cup of love, and is someone, yeah, whose feelings have been growing. So this could be also someone else, Scorpio, who's thinking about you now, kind of looking back at maybe an opportunity with you and being like, sugar, trying to not swear. Maybe that was the person I was supposed to be with, because their feelings are growing for you. So bottom, or even though not that they should have done it in the past, but now they're wondering, oh, could that be, could I have that with Scorpio? It's like a whole new revelation to them about their feelings. Anyway, at the bottom of the deck we have the Empress again. So the Empress is a gorgeous energy. Here it is the divine feminine, but it's talking about this very strong and inspirational feminine who leads by example. She's very pure. So I don't think, which if I'm speaking to my Scorpio feminines, I don't think it's you who's been doing any dishonesty or keeping things hidden, to be honest. I feel like it may have been something you've been dealing with, because this Empress specifically, it's mentioned how her eyes are open because she has nothing to hide, is specifically mentioned about this card. So you're very courageous and honest, and certainly can be, doesn't have to be, but could be a mother, really looking after her kids, or if not that, you're just very loyal and protective of those that you love. Interesting. So we have the Justice card again here. So just as that, like, Justice and Queen of Cups came out at the beginning, and I was saying maybe someone feels like they've wronged you and they want to make things right, you may have had to make a decision here, or you might have to make one, which with this Justice card, which is based on what is the right thing to do, or what is, it may be difficult, it may not be the decision you want to make, but it is the right thing to do for what is fair to everyone, or just to accept, I haven't been treated fairly in the past, I have to make this decision now, even if it's a difficult one, even if I still have feelings for that person. Yeah. And then we have the Devil again for the third time. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Scorpio, possibly, but otherwise there was maybe someone with some sort of temper here, or fits of anger, anger issues possibly, or just someone who was kind of like a slave to that, to those bad instincts, the bad habits they couldn't shake, or maybe they got worse, maybe they overcame them at some point. Maybe you had to make the decision, I don't want to have to walk away from this person, but even for the sake of my family, or then I have to make that decision. And it's a difficult one for sure, but these are all major arcana here as well. So it was definitely, if you've gone through this already, I would say it was quite a difficult situation for you, or it might be spilling over into 2021. So let's go through once again. So January to March, interestingly, it's clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. Now, she is like my, a step down from the Empress, like a mini Empress. So to me, lots more earth energy here. She is kind of Capricorn as well, but regardless. To me, I would say that you're focusing on your house and home. She's like the wife character, the wife material, wife and mother material kind of character. So could very much be looking after your surroundings, kind of maybe even getting your home set up, or kind of looking after yourself, being very in touch with your surroundings as well. And as I already said, like if there is some element of looking after family members, or them looking after you, and having a very nurturing element there. I feel like, you've maybe gone through a hard time in love, maybe near the end of 2020 even, and now you're needing that kind of like home comforts at the start of 2021. Obviously, if we're talking about masculine Scorpios, or feminines who prefer other feminines, whatever, I don't like, no judgment, I'm just giving examples. I forgot to say, you could also be coming into the year feeling very cold and unloved and uncared for, and then you may meet this very caring, nurturing character who actually wants to build a beautiful home and family with you. Sorry, I should have absolutely mentioned that before. It's just wasn't the strongest message, but I wanted to give as many, because there's lots of Scorpios watching, so I wanted to give as many stories as I can there. So in April, May and June is clarified by the King of Swords. So to me, this is talking about a committed relationship, possibly even married partners who are going through some sort of major disagreements at this time. Even the way we've got the King and Queen of Swords, so they are the divine counterparts to each other, but they are facing the other way from each other. They're not looking at each other even. And this King of Swords is specifically talking about facing a backlash to your ideas and kind of really fighting vigorously to stand up for what you believe in, and even when and kind of fighting off other people's arguments. So it looks quite tricky. Now, if there's nothing to do with a marriage dissolving or anything like that, I think I mentioned divorce proceedings at the very beginning. If it's nothing to do with that, I would just say that it is maybe a long-term relationship that you consider at this point has come to an end, but this person is still, as I said, still trying to have it out with you. They've got more arguments to have with you yet at this time, and I feel you're kind of like done with it, to be honest. Now, in July, August, September, a new energy, I feel, enters the room, or enters the chat. The King of Wands. Now, it may just be, as I said, very tempting, very lusty, very passionate, but I'm glad to see this is clarified by the Two of Cups, because this is like a really strong soul connection, very much. And it's interesting, we have the Lovers, the end of the year. So like from July onwards, I'm saying things are getting better for you in love, Scorpio. This could be someone that you feel like you have a very strong connection with, and that's telling me it's not just the physical, which is, I'm glad to see. This is not just about the sex, frankly. It's also, there is a love bond between the two of you. You may see eye to eye on many ways, in many ways. You might just be, I think the main thing is just, you may feel cautious, or want to bear in mind to be cautious, to not completely get swept away, and this completely just rocks you off balance, because you're so, it's like that deep Scorpio like ability to be so passionately, almost like possessively wanting to possess each other, but in a really passionate way. But that may kind of throw everything else in your life out the window or into a bit of disarray. So just a word of caution, I guess. But have fun, enjoy yourself for sure. It looks like you will do. At the end of the year is clarified by the Nine of Cups. So beautiful. There is some sort of now solid element. So we have the cups with the deep emotional connection. We have the passion, and now we have the earthy kind of groundingness. If this is the same person, I kind of feel like it is. So there's some sort of offer, maybe to even just make this a stable commitment between the two of you. Very positive. Or if not, it's something completely new, but either way. But with this Nine of Cups, this is talking about wish fulfillment, feeling extremely contented and happy. If you do already have children, then you're going to feel like this is a very beautiful and stable home for them and you with this new partner. It's you're going to be feeling really happy and contented in love, and very secure by the end of the year. So really lovely to see that. Okay, and overall advice is clarified by the Ten of Cups. So I almost feel like if some sort of truth comes out that's really rocks you, or is like something that someone was being kept hidden, then you may have a choice to make about which path, and it may send you down a whole new path, certainly, that you weren't expecting to. But I would say don't worry, because the Ten of Cups here is telling me that there's going to be a lot of love and affection and happiness coming into your love life in 2021. This is also like a whole new chapter, I would say, with that 10, the idea of like a new cycle. I feel like you're going to be, and it's like a truth, and then like with the Ace and a 10, it's like, I feel like maybe even a truth that sets you off down a path to a new cycle, which is full of happiness and love. And this is also talking about with the rainbow, like the relief, the calm after the storms. So yeah, very good to see there, Scorpio. So in work, January to March. Oh, this is going to be a long video. I feel like I've been talking for ages, Scorpio. So in January to March is clarified by the Fool. in work. So very positive. You're not only going to be going with the flow, and as I said, making different elements in your career work together, getting a lot of attention, lots of positivity and success, but potentially going down a whole new path, or setting off on some sort of new journey in your career. This could be taking some sort of risk, taking some sort of leap of faith, but I would say it looks like it's an extremely positive one, or you're going to be feeling really positive about this, about maybe even walking away from something else and into something new. So April, May and June in work, there is definitely maybe some sort of difficult decision you need to make. That we've got is clarified by the Queen of Cups, which is your energy again, Scorpio. So I feel like this is you needing to really get in touch, or feeling quite emotional potentially at this time. The need to get in touch with your emotions, and maybe that will guide you in terms of overcoming any anxiety about your decisions, and really standing up for yourself. You're going to be very fired up. I feel like, to be honest, you're going to be having a bit of a hell of a time in love potentially, which could also be kind of weighing in on work and making work more stressful because you're worried, you're stressed about what's happening in your love life. So that could also be advising just to recenter yourself in terms of your emotions, to kind of ease any anxiety. In July to September is clarified by Temperance cards. So there's definitely some need in your career at this time to take a bit of a time out. This is also already talking about rest and rejuvenation here. And this Temperance card is very much about that as well. It's the need to, just take some self-care, say that kind of thing, take a bit of a break from work even, or if you can't do that, if the communication is getting really dicey, then just make sure you're taking the time to look after yourself and really, as much as possible, maybe even get out into nature, spend some time in very relaxing, peaceful surroundings, because it's what you're going to need at that time in work. In October to December, was clarified by the Death card. So there could potentially be, I have to say what's here, Scorpio, there could be some major ending or kind of ending of one chapter in your career at this point, and you could be really a bit gutted about it for sure. Now remember that with the Death card, it is transformation as well. Here it's actually leading you into a whole, it's like stepping through that gateway. You could be quite scared to do so, or worried what's going to be on the other side. Maybe you're also worried that whatever happens is going to go wrong. Not necessarily. So trying to get out of that Five of Cups thinking of just focusing on the negatives. I can understand why it looks like it's going to be quite a hectic time in your work at that end of the year, but you're being ushered into a new chapter of your life when it comes to your career. And the Tower always crumbles, even it can be quite painful at the time, but it's for our good in the long run. It can just be something that was never that stable a situation in the first place, but certainly you're being guided into a new chapter of your career at the end of 2021. Now interestingly, look at this, your overall advice is clarified by the Lovers. Now this particular Lovers card is speaking about a connection in love which weathers all the storms, like they stand strong whilst the winds of change blow. That's exactly what this card says. So just as I was kind of picking up that maybe your family or your loved ones or even your partner are going to be of great support to you during this time, this could just be a partnership. Certainly it doesn't have to be in love, but I get very much it just reiterating what I was kind of picking up on, that you're going to be all right in terms of money, in terms of your family will be cared for, and you're going to actually be getting a lot of happiness and support from your family and loved ones. And I would say just embrace it, because when you need it, and obviously you do the same to them if they need it. So at this time they're going to be of great support to you this year in terms of your career. So that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it interesting or just fun at least. And you can always come back and see if it resonates later as 2021 goes on. Thank you so much for all your support, as I said, so far with the channel. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Please hit me a like on this video, subscribe. I'll be back to do the January monthly love readings very soon, and hopefully as the channel grows I'll do some more bonus readings in 2021. Just have an amazing year, whatever happens. Enjoy the end of 2020 as much as you can, and I wish you all my best. Thanks, Scorpio. Bye.